नमस्ते बिटिया, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। Myself JVN Dr. Astha Sikarwar, Assistant Professor, Department of Organ of Medicine, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today's topic is from Robert's philosophy, suppression. Suppression of disease is the removal of external symptoms of disease by external means like mechanical, chemical, or topical treatment, or by means of giving massive doses of powerful drugs internally. These methods have a direct physiological or toxic effect, but no true therapeutic or curative action. An, an inhibition of a physiological phenomena or removal of a diseased manifestation before the disease itself is cured is called suppression. Vital organs are affected from use of suppressive medication. Removal of a skin symptom will not cure by means of surgery or topical ointment. After the skin symptom has been suppressed, its new symptom will appear in another form. There are various modes of suppression of disease commonly followed. Most frequently seen is the suppression of skin manifestation with external application of drug preparations like ointments and lotion. This does not cure the disease but cause more harm to patient as the expressing miasm is forced to express itself in the vital organs like heart, lungs, kidneys, etc. Suppression of normal discharges or natural secretions like perspiration prevents elimination of the toxic waste substance from the body. Nowadays, the surgical removal of the affected part or organ of suffering patient is commonly practiced, like removal of tonsils, polyps, hemorrhoids, etc. Here, the vital force which expresses itself in a particular part or organ of body is prevented from expressing itself externally. As in the vital force, we pointed out that it was this force which was the expression of life itself, and through its power of development and control in itself and by itself, it maintains the harmonious working, the state of equilibrium, which is perfect health. There are external forces which may have an impress upon vital energy, yet that allow it to work in undisturbed harmony, and there are external forces that have great influence inhibiting its normal functioning. When the normal function is inhibited, the immediate reaction is a lack of harmony and a rapt and suppressed functioning of the vital force, so that disease conditions are produced with the attendant symptoms and irregular functions of the body. The homeopathic physician constantly comes across drug effects in physiological form which have suppressed the natural expression of disease. The one thing we should always bear in mind and should hold as our aim is to allow the vital force to express itself in its own chosen way when it is deranged. It is only when it shows itself clearly and without interruption in its natural development that we get a clear picture of the diseased state, and the administration of physiological medicine at such time changes the whole picture, suppressing one symptom after another until there is no expression of the true condition of the patient. The immediate effect of this method of treatment is a suppression, but if persisted in and continued over a period of time, it has the effect of driving the vital energy to express itself in some other form, and usually in a deeper and more vital organ. Let us some Let us consider some of these external features that may thus suppress the normal functioning of the vital force, and through the vital force the normal functioning of the body. Such conditions as shell shock, fright, fear, excessive joy, intense unsatisfied longing for mate or offspring, unrequited love, grief from loss of family or friends, business apprehensions and worries, disappointed ambitions, extreme fatigue or exhaustion. All these forces have an influence upon the vital energy and so wrap and suppresses its natural functioning, that a train of symptoms is produced, and varying in their manifestation, but each varying widely from the natural expressions of the vital energy. The danger from these suppressions is very great. For the longer they are suppressed, the more likely they are to take an nervous and mental manifestation striking at the very seat of life and reason, and they are expressing itself. Another source of suppression is to attempt to suppress the natural secretions of the body, like the perspiration in the armpits and the perspiration of the feet, by the use of medicinal powders. This forbids the elimination of waste material through the natural channels, and this waste must be taken up in the other parts of the body and the attempt made to eliminate them through these other channels. In this way, much harm may be done, and while the local suppressions may be entirely successful, the constitutional manifestations are inimical to health. A frequent form of suppression in modern days is to removal of disturbing organs by surgical means, again forbidding the expression of the vital force through its chosen organs, where it has expressed itself in a diseased state of the tonsils, the teeth, the sinuses, or any other part of the economy. Suppression is the source of many functional disturbances. The homeopathic physician is the only physician who is equipped to deal with this condition. For his provenance, and the fundamental principle of his work is the proper coordination and normal functioning of the body and the mind and the spirit. And it is only when the three spheres of man coordinate to develop in their normal way that harmony and health can be maintained and preserved. This session powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention it in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.